Alright, let me tell you this story real quick. A few weeks ago, my friend watched some random short videos and got inspired. That's right, they told me they'll build a habit of waking up at 5 a.m. and studying English for 30 minutes before work. Sounds brilliant, right? Well, they actually started off pretty well. Day 1, they woke up at 5 a.m. sharp, sat at the table, and studied 10 new words in 30 minutes. Day 2, they had to snooze twice and only studied for 15 minutes. But hey, that's still something. Day 3 was a rainy day, perfect weather for sleeping in. They didn't even leave the bed and called it a day off. Now, weeks later, that habit has completely vanished into thin air. Okay, in their defense, they still review English words in their dreams, sometimes only. But honestly, building habits is like a dream we all have, but struggle to make it come true. And in today's video, we'll dive into why habits are so hard to keep and the secrets to actually building habits that stick. Why do some people struggle to keep habits? Reason number 1, impatience. Many people stop habits because they want results too fast. For example, have you ever tried to learn English by yourself? You felt super motivated and dreamt about being able to communicate happily with foreign friends. But chances are that after a week, you'd still be unable to speak fluently. You may even start to forget words and struggle to form sentences now that you have more words to use. The result, you feel frustrated and give up altogether. How do I know your story? We live in a fast world today. Everyone wants quick results. Good habits usually need time, but temptations give joy fast. Scrolling on social media or lying in bed all day feels easy and fun. That is why building a habit, which is already hard, requires even more willpower. Reason number 2, unsupportive environment. It's not always about a human's willpower. Many people lose habits simply because their surroundings. Imagine you want to cook healthy meals, but the fridge is empty and delivery apps are always available. And then life steps in. There are days you're tired, it's raining, or stress just takes over. In moments like this, even strong habits can shake, and the new ones don't stand a chance. Reason number 3, forgetting the fun of building habits. Many people see building habits as a heavy task, a strict challenge, or even a mission. This accidentally makes the process, which is already hard, even more tiring and stressful. For example, you set a goal to walk 5,000 steps every day. On the first day, you'll feel great and reach the target. But on day 2, you only manage 4,500 steps. Instead of being proud that you still walked more than usual, most people tend to feel upset for not hitting the perfect number. This is a cognitive trap. By treating habits like a task, you link them to negative emotions. Which is not true. Good habits don't need to feel like punishment. In fact, habits grow stronger when the process is light and playful. Now, let's get to our main dish: how to build habits that stick. Tip number 1. Start small. Lasting habits rarely start with giant leaps. They start with small but strong steps. If you want to start journaling, just write 3 simple sentences each night. If you plan to eat healthier, add 1 slice of fruit to your breakfast. Tiny actions feel doable, and that's the secret. Your brain accepts them easily and slowly builds the confidence to go further. Tip number 2. Have a bounce back plan. This connects closely with what we mentioned earlier about unsupportive environments. If you order takeout instead of eating healthy, or skip a run because it's raining, it actually won't hurt your long-term habit much. The real challenge comes for beginners who often lose confidence quickly. That's why the key is to keep the habit alive in some form, what we call the bounce back plan. For example, if you miss your daily walk, turn it into a 5-minute stretch before bed. If you don't have time to study English this evening, review 1 flashcard during your lunch break at work tomorrow. What matters isn't perfection, but resilience. Tip number 3. Attach new habits to old ones. A simple way to start fresh habits is to attach them to things you already do daily. If you want to floss daily, do it immediately after brushing your teeth. If you want to read more every night, open your book right after you get into bed. This kind of linking gives you a natural reminder, making the habit easy to remember and harder to skip. Tip number 4. Celebrate small wins. Remember, I mentioned that many people make habit building feel exhausting and stressful. One way to fix this is by rewarding yourself. Think of it as saying "good job" to your brain. For instance, after studying, let yourself play your favorite game for a few minutes. Or after walking 5,000 steps, enjoy a warm bath as a treat. Tip number 5. Make it part of who you are. Lastly, let me ask you a question first. Why do you even want to build good habits? Because you want to become better? That's right. Every good habit is for you to be healthier, smarter, or stronger. So instead of thinking only about the process, focus on who you will become with that habit. For example, instead of saying, "I have to run every day," say, "I am strong and athletic." Don't just think, "I need to learn 2,000 English words," but declare, "I am a fluent English speaker." This mindset will make you more confident and make the habit more impossible to break. In the end, don't forget that habits take time to grow. Be patient and trust the process. If this video gave you value, hit like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more. Wishing you success with your habits and see you soon!